The Bowie, one of the most legendary knives, but also throwing knives, made in USA. So today I want to tell you a little bit about the history. I have some of my favorite models and I will show you how to use these knives. So let's get started. So how it all began with the Bowie throwing. So I have seen already some illustration that soldiers during the Civil War in the USA were throwing their Bowies into the tree. So I would say that's gonna be like a first, and after circus throwers had to spread this knife around the world, because for the circus throwing and throwing from the setup distances, this knife is absolutely the best, because for throwing from the setup distances you want some heavy knife with big blade, and also for the mountain man throwing, it's also really good when they're throwing on the carts. So you want to be accurate as possible and have a bigger blade. We can compare it to the classic knife. You can see here with the bigger blade you have higher chance to stick the target. Also they have been using the sharp Bowies, so you can also stack it like this. Normal knives, throwing knives, the modern one, are dull. All right, so yeah, like I said, it has been spread because of the circus throwers, competition throwers later, but I would say this knife, it's absolutely the best for the spin throwing. Of course you can do with it any technique you want, but main focus would be for the half spin and full spin. So I will show you that later. Now I will explain what the models I have today. So I will go from this one, since you already have seen it. It's one of the my most favorite knives in the collection, because look at that, this is simply beautiful. I have it for several years, so it's already a little bit chipped, but otherwise in perfect condition. And this was not even made by the blacksmith, but this is my friend from Instagram. He's from Poland and he's actually a tattoo artist, and I think it's show because this is like really like an art. So I really don't like to throw it so much because it's so beautiful. And I was also surprised that handle is also still attached, because I was thinking like, oh, this will be first down, but actually I sadly chip it a little bit, but of course that could be easily fixed, you know. So this is really beautiful, and some piece like that I would buy mainly if I already would have some Bowies in the collection, because this is really fancy for throwing, and for the competition you want something more simple. I will show you. So for the competition I would pick maybe something like this. Whoa. If you are on the budget, but this one, it's actually special Bowie. I won this one in Milano. It was the competition in 2019, and it was only 3 knives for the whole competition, and I won all of them. So this was really cool. And as you can see, this knife, it's really huge. Look at that, over 40 centimeters maybe, or over 30 for sure. So look at that comparison to the classic Osseter knife. I think this one is like the closest to the classic Bowie knife. So look at that, very, very huge. But this is perfect, like I said, for the spin throwing. So for the competition I would go for something like this. This is actually normal model by Jack Dagger, I believe. Yeah, Jack Dagger thrower, as you can see, and this was made by the Cold Steel. I think these are pretty affordable, and the weight and the length, it's absolutely perfect, you know. I'm really not sure if they are using the same steel, but this one is perfect because I was throwing it before, so it's really cool. But as you can see, here's like a special engraving. I was saying about the competition something, so I think I wasn't even throwing this one. So maybe we can do one special throw for the video And the last one I have that fell and maybe you have already seen it in my short videos, and this is the modern version with the spinner edition by the Wolfram. So with this one you can also have like fun like this, use it for any technique that you want. But like I said, this is like a high-end knife for the competition, for the spin throwing, for the mounting man that you want to be super accurate. All right, so I will show you today two techniques that you can do with them for this competition. For the 3 meters, that's the basic distance, and it's gonna be conventional house spin and full spin. So let's check it out. So conventional house spin is one of the most easiest and also most accurate techniques out there. And since I already mentioned it, I will use this special knife from the competition. But be careful, this one it's sharp. If you are a total beginner, I highly recommend to use dull knives, so you can use like a file them and unsharp it, because you can easily cut yourself. But I will show you the way how you can avoid it. So you're gonna grab it like this. All right, normally you could grab it like that, but in this way, if your knife would leave the hand, it would slice your finger open. All right, so in this case, for the conventional house spin, grab it like this with the thumb and like this. Your index fingers are on the other side. All right, after you will aim on the target, pull your arm to the back, and with the movement forward you will let the knife release naturally out of your hand. All right, it's very easy, but don't rush anywhere, especially if you have big large Bowie that is sharp. All right, not only it can rebound really bad, but like I said, one bad movement and you can cut your fingers open really bad. All right, so let's hope I will stick it on the first try. And also distance optimal is about 3.5 meters. All right, so let's do it. Okay, awesome. A little bit under rotated, that means I could throw a little bit more faster or make a little step back. All right, and for the full spin we can use this Bowie by the Wolfram. And for the full spin everything is same like for the conventional house spin. Only thing is changing is the grip. You are not holding by the blade this time, you are holding by the handle. And now it's no problem, you can wrap it around like you would shake someone's hand. All right, this is called hammer grip. After, it's totally same. Only thing that change is the second thing that change. All right, is also the distance, because before we were on about 3 meters, now we are going on almost 3.5 with the spin. If you are still under rotating on this distance or over rotating, you can adjust by moving your hand on the handle. All right, for the shorter distances you're gonna grab it like here on the end of the handle, for the medium like here, and for the, if you still want only one rotation, all right, by the end of the handle. So let's try it if we can do it also on the first try. All right, I had to adjust the camera a little bit and also had to move back, because sweet spot for such a heavy blade is gonna be more close to 4 meters. All right, the previous knives had 450 grams of the weight. This one is like a 500. So yeah, it's really big badass Bowie, but you have to be standing a little bit further back for the sweet spot spin throwing. All right, so this time I'm sure I'm gonna stick it all the time. You see, perfect throw. And you can also mark your distances when you will have perfect stick like that, and you're gonna stick it every single time, really no problem. You can even put like a playing card or something on the target, and you will see this technique, it's also one of the most accurate in the world. So what do you think about it, guys? I hope that you learned something new, And if you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link for these knives by the Wolflund. And also let me know in the comment section below which of these Bowies was your favorite. But for today, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.